Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This tutorial is for my personal beach cup that I am taking on vacation. I can't wait. Okay, so I started out with a fully prepped and sanded cup that I spray painted white, and using the epoxy method, I applied Silk and Brite, both from Peachy Olive Glitters. Get that glitter back in the jar, you don't want to waste it. Now I'm going in with Brite, and you can tell that Brite is more like a true white, whereas Silk is like the iridescent opal type glitter, which is not the look I was going for. So putting Brite on there really helped brighten it up. I'm just patting it down and making sure everything's good to go. And then you're going to want to seal it with Rustoleum 2 times clear gloss or whatever you prefer for a sealer. And then you're ready for your first coat of epoxy. Super easy so far. I went in with CC DIY Fast Set, and I also used the same thing for my flood coat about 45 minutes to an hour later. All right, while that is spinning and curing, we are going to start on the topper. So I mixed up a whole 15 mils for this car coaster, and I immediately realized as soon as I put the ice cube into the epoxy that I should not have filled the car coaster up all the way. It made a huge mess. Next time I'll probably only use like 10 mils, but yeah, you live and you learn. This was my first topper. So I'm going to let this sit for about 20 minutes. This is also fast set from CC DIY, so it sets up super quickly. So I got these super cute pineapples and my ice from a group called Unicorn Dreams, Tumbler, Blanks, and More on Facebook. I will have that group link down below. The owner's name is Remy. She's super sweet. She's a stay-at-home mom of 4 kiddos, so you know your money's going towards something good. I love supporting other stay-at-home moms and small businesses. And honestly, you just kind of start dropping your ice or whatever kind of topper you have into the epoxy. You can see here it started to overflow like almost immediately. So definitely don't fill your car coaster up all the way, and just kind of mess with your placement until you get something you like. Now, once that sits, you're ready for the next step. So here I'm applying my water slides. I'm using Hayes Paper Company, and I am now an affiliate with them, so you can use code MarleyMay for 15% off your order on their website. I'm super excited about that, and I know you guys are going to love this water slide paper as much as I do. It prints beautifully, it doesn't tear very easy. It obviously will tear if you let it soak too long or you're too hard on them, but it's really easy to work with. And I have learned that if you have your water temperature a little bit above room temp, so more on the warm side, you don't have to let your water slide paper sit as long. So I really like that as well. So when I got to this step, it was not what I was envisioning in my head. I know it needed something more, so I decided to let the water slides dry, and then I went in with some gold leaf, and I applied the gold leaf with Mod Podge. I know a lot of people use just a regular glue stick to apply gold leaf, and that probably would have been easier just because Mod Podge is kind of slimy. I don't want to say slimy. It's pretty slick, and you kind of have to work with it a little bit more. I think a glue stick or something that's not as thick would work a lot better. Hopefully that makes sense. But Mod Podge was all I had, so that is what I did. And I just added it in random spots. I probably worked on this for 30-40 minutes until I got it to a point where I liked it. And once it's dry, you're going to want to go in with some kind of rough paintbrush and just get off all of the excess. You're not going to have to worry about the gold leaf coming off where your adhesive was. Just brush off all the extra so it doesn't get in your way when you epoxy later. And then I still decided that it needed more, so I applied some gold leaf onto the leaves. I think it looks super beautiful on the leaves, and I'm so glad I did that. Once your gold leaf is completely dry and you brush off all the excess, you are ready for your next layer of epoxy. So I did my next layer with CCDIY's Artist Resin. And about 3 to 4 hours later, I did a flood coat. I love flood coats. I feel like they just make everything so much better. You don't have to do a whole lot of sanding when you do flood coats, and I just love them so much. All right, once that is drying, it is time to work on your lid topper. I let this sit overnight, but you can demold it after about 4 hours if you are using fast set. If you're using regular resin, I would let it set for at least 8 before you demold it. As you can see, since I overfilled my car coaster, I have some rough edges, so I had to bust out the Dremel for this. So I just carefully took the Dremel and went over those overflowed edges and cleaned it up and made it presentable. Here it is all nice and cleaned up, super easy. All right, you guys, I had a time trying to get this little slider thing off my lid so my topper would fit, but it finally did come off and it flew across the room. But once you get that little slider thing off, you are ready to add your topper. Since this is my cup, I didn't use the magnets to make the lid removable. I have a lot of lids lying around, so I just decided to use my artist resin. Not artist resin. I used my UV resin from CCDIY. If you can't tell, I love CCDIY. And I absolutely love this UV resin. You only have to let it cure for about 2 minutes and you're good to go. Not sticky at all. So nice. I just spread that UV resin all around the edges and then stuck it onto my lid. Once you get it nice and secured on your lid, you just want to pop it under your UV lamp for about 2 minutes or so, and then you're good to go. Your cup is finished, your lid topper's finished, and everything is beautiful. And here is the finished cup. I hope you guys love it. It is definitely beach ready. I cannot wait to take it to the beach with me. Make sure you're following my Instagram, which is Marley May Customs, to see this beauty down in Florida, in Miami and the Keys, because I'm sure I will be posting pictures of it on the beach. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys soon.